With deadly drug overdoses still on the rise, we're highlighting a new effort from Congressman Dan Newhouse to fight the fentanyl crisis. Plus, the federal government is asking for public input as it investigates the baby formula shortage that left many families scrambling. And taking a look outside, we are tracking progressively warmer temperatures headed into the unofficial start of summer. Details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. A Kennewick man will spend more than 12 years in federal prison, even more time under supervision for his part in what authorities say was a drug trafficking organization operating out of the Tri-Cities. The U.S. Attorney's Office says 37-year-old Jose Oliva agreed to meet someone last July to sell a pound of meth and pills laced with fentanyl. He allegedly realized this was a setup and ran, trying to get rid of the drugs and a loaded gun in the process. Law enforcement officers did arrest him. He later pleaded guilty to possession with intent to distribute. Representative Dan Newhouse has created the Central Washington Fentanyl Task Force to help identify solutions to the opioid crisis. More than 24 members have already signed on, representing treatment centers, nonprofits, law enforcement, and state, county, and federal governments. That list includes Yakima County Commissioner Amanda McKinney, who says she's hoping to find ways to keep drugs out of the community and to help those affected by getting them treatment.
This is everywhere in our community, and we all need to understand it, how to protect against it, how we can keep it out of our community and keep people from dying.
Now, Newhouse says they plan to meet at least quarterly, 4 times a year, and they're looking to have their first meeting as soon as possible. A crime alert tonight. Richland police say they arrested a woman suspected of driving under the influence and leaving a trail of damage behind. Police say the same driver is suspected of a hit and run in Kennewick, then knocking over a light pole, a sign pole, and a fence along Columbia Park Trail in Richland. Police say she did eventually stop and tried to run away, but she didn't get far. She's now been booked into the Benton County Jail. And Washington State Patrol says a 16-year-old driver allegedly hit a mother and 3 children crossing a Spokane Valley road last night. Investigators say the family was crossing State Route 27 just after 8 o'clock last night. That's well before dark, as you can see. 2 toddlers and a stroller were seriously injured. The mother and an 11-year-old child had to go to the hospital. Now, they are expected to survive. Investigators are still working to determine how that crash happened. And new tonight, authorities have identified the body of a woman who was found on rural property in the outskirts of Mabton. 17-year-old Samantha Kalinchuk died of a gunshot wound to the head. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office says a man walking his property came upon her body. Authorities say Kalinchuk is from Spokane. It's not known tonight why she would have been in the Mabton area. But Yakima County Coroner Jim Curtis says this is a difficult day for everyone involved.
I obviously extended my condolences, or the coroner's office condolences, and I'm so sorry for their loss.
No arrests have been made so far, but this investigation is ongoing. If you have any information, you can go to our website. We have a link there to help you submit a tip. And new information tonight about the shooting investigation around a busy intersection in Kennewick. Police are now saying that people in 2 separate cars near the intersection of West Clearwater Avenue and North Union Street started shooting at each other around 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. Police say this violence appears to be gang-related. 1 person was injured and had to go to the hospital. Officers arrested a 16-year-old suspect a couple of blocks away from where the shooting happened. That investigation also still ongoing tonight. And take a look at this. We have seen a lot of fast-moving fires across the region lately, including this one in Franklin County just this afternoon. You might have seen the smoke plume from here in the Tri-Cities. Our photographer Chris Whitmer says the fire burned through an area between 2 irrigated fields. Firefighters got to that scene pretty quickly, and there's a lot less wind today than we saw over the weekend and earlier in the week. All of that contributed to this fire being stopped before it got out of control. And summer is still weeks away, but already it is dry. It's getting hotter. Jason Valentine has a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Oh, we've made it to midweek. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. And, well, we slowly warmed up today, and we're going to do that again into our Thursday. Overnight tonight, we're going to see a little bit more cloud coverage than we're used to for your morning hours. And we're going to be a little bit warmer. Overnight's warming up just like our days. Then we're going to be in those lower to mid 80s tomorrow. for the Tri-Cities, so mid to upper 70s, lower 80s for all of our areas, and quite a bit of sunshine expected tomorrow. Again, we're seeing a little bit of shower activity possible for the Yakima, Ellensburg area as we get into tomorrow evening. But as we move into our weekend, we're going to be looking at more sunshine. I'm talking about Saturday and Sunday. Still can see a scattered shower or two on Friday, and looking at winds picking up a bit. But folks, it is going to be beautiful traveling weather, beautiful weather to get out with your family. Just going to be a very nice Memorial Day weekend ahead as we just steadily warm up. We'll continue to do that tomorrow. I'll get you filled in on all the excitement in my forecast that's coming up. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. And we have a consumer alert tonight. The Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, is now launching a public inquiry into the baby formula shortage that left parents scrambling for months. And they want to hear from you. The FTC says it's looking into potential price gouging, fraud, or other deceptive practices. They're also trying to find out if there was anything stopping regulators from responding effectively to the shortage. The FTC says it's monitoring supplies for now, and it is aware that that issue causes anxiety for families. You've probably heard of mammograms being the standard for helping detect breast cancer. But for women who are high risk, they're often urged to get MRIs. Those can be pricey even with insurance. Tonight, our Madeline Hagan joins us in studio talking about how a local doctor helped change Washington law to get that cost down.
Yeah, Alyssa, this is a story we first learned about last year. Dr. Rachel Fedino with New U Clinic and Aesthetics in Kennewick started the effort to pass a bill last year that would require all insurance plans in the state to cover MRIs for breast cancer screening. Now, last year it didn't pass out of the 2022 state legislature, but after another year of hard work, Dr. Fedino teamed up with Senators Linda Wilson and Matt Banke for the 2023 session. Dr. Fedino says they made some revisions, garnered more support, and finally, Senate Bill 5396 was signed by Governor Inslee.
You know, it's a huge win for our state. This is a huge win for all of these patients that we've been advocating for, that we knew we would get there, and it's just like not giving up, just knowing that we would get there. It just took us a little while.
Dr. Fedino says not only will this new law allow more women to seek preventative care, it has the potential to catch cases of breast cancer early on, in turn saving lives. Now, this is also a very personal matter for Dr. Fedino. We'll tell you why coming up later tonight on KAPP Local News at 6. Alyssa.
Thanks, Maddie. We'll check in with you then. We are more than a year from the 2024 presidential election, but another Republican hopeful is already jumping into the race. As expected, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announced his decision to run for president in a live-streamed conversation with Twitter CEO Elon Musk this afternoon.
American decline is not inevitable. It is a choice, and we should choose a new direction.
Now, DeSantis will have a lot of competition. Just this week, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott announced his campaign. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, and former President Trump have also started their campaigns already. Of course, the big political story continues to be negotiations over raising the debt ceiling, and those negotiations still really aren't showing signs of progress. We are just over a week from the day that the head of the Treasury says the United States will go into default. ABC's Morgan Norwood is tracking the talks in our nation's capital.
As time to cut a deal is running out, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy sending his Republican negotiators to the White House and telling reporters he believes there can be progress, but adding the two sides are still very far apart. McCarthy refusing to raise taxes, which President Biden has insisted on, even threatening not to raise the debt ceiling.
I will not put a clean debt ceiling on the floor. Why? Because we've spent more than we've ever spent before, and we have the highest debt.
When asked about possible concessions Republicans would make, McCarthy offered up things the White House and Democrats are opposing.
The cap on the spending is a Democrat idea. The work requirement was a Democrat idea. I can't help it if the Democrats have become so extreme.
The White House has offered to freeze spending while Republicans are demanding deep cuts. And as the two sides dig in, the clock is winding down. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warning the deadline for government default is June 1st. And if that happens, a global economic catastrophe could be triggered.
A default would have catastrophic impacts in every single part of this country, whether you're in a red state or in a blue state. It doesn't matter.
The Treasury Secretary was hesitant to talk about a day after scenario in the wake of a U.S. default, instead saying that the Treasury will be ready to prioritize some bills over others. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Washington.
Republican state senators in Oregon say they're prepared to continue their boycott until the last day of the legislative session. For those of you keeping count, that would be another 4.5 weeks or so. Republican lawmakers walked out of the Oregon State Senate 3 weeks ago today, right before they were supposed to vote on controversial bills addressing abortion, gun control, and gender-affirming care. Since then, the Oregon State Senate has not had a high enough percentage of lawmakers in the chamber to legally hold a vote. Republicans say they will return on the last day of the session, June 25th, in order to approve a bipartisan budget. The city of Yakima held a ribbon cutting this morning to celebrate the completion of the first phase of a $22 million project to remove the old Nelson Dam. This is something we've been tracking. Officials say the dam was outdated and its design prevented water recreation in this area. It allowed sediment to build up, raise the water level, and also cause floods. The old fish ladder also prevented baby fish from easily migrating out and adult fish from coming back. With phase 1 over, that's no longer a problem.
To see the dam gone, the fish ladder gone, to see the channels allowing the water to flow through naturally, I just wanted to say it's very exciting. This is the completion of phase 1. There's more to come.
Now next up is phase 2, the Cowiche Creek Confluence Complex project, which will reduce flood risk in that area where the Natchez River and Cowiche Creek meet. And it is feeling like summer once again. Taking a live look outside, we're seeing clear skies and pretty stable temperatures. Jason Valentine is tracking a slow warm up tonight in your first alert forecast. And still ahead on KAPP Local News at 5, Target under fire because of the way it's celebrating Pride this year. We'll talk about why people are up in arms on both sides coming up in the next 15 minutes.
Tonight, the family's still searching for answers 1 year later in Uvalde, Texas. Plus, the debt talks.
We may be able to get where we have to go.
Where things stand, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Watch me. Watch me jump, dive, and splash. Put me by a pool, I'll be soaked in a flash. A girl in the water to swim like a fish. Just 2 simple legs. That was my wish. I'm a sea turtle, shark, a seal on a slide. This is my day of fun, with nothing to hide. Watch me. Pioneers in orthotic and prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Award-winning artist Elle King live. Friday, July 14th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel. Elle King. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Elle King live.
The Shining Star Pageant Board is being honored with a $1,000 donation from STCU.
It's magical to see them, out there talking on stage.
Please tell us a story of someone you believe is making an impact. Live with Kelly and Mark, weekday mornings at 9 on KVEW.
Sad news in the music industry tonight. Tina Turner has died after a long illness. Turner, of course, was a powerhouse performer in the 60s and 70s alongside her husband, then became a superstar in her own right in her 40s. She sold more than 150 million records around the world, one 11 Grammy Awards and was voted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, 30 years apart. Funeral plans have not yet been announced. Turner was 83 years old. And tonight marks 1 year since the deadly mass shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, which for many communities launched a change in the way law enforcement responds to these shootings. ABC's Rena Roy has a look at how the milestone is being observed.
At 11:32 a.m. in Uvalde, Texas today, a ceremony to release butterflies in honor of the 19 students and 2 teachers killed at Robb Elementary. Exactly a year ago at that time, a lone gunman entered the school and opened fire. 77 minutes later, bells ringing out at this local church, symbolizing the moment law enforcement finally killed the gunman.
I don't know if we've gotten past that sadness, right? That somberness, but we're inching.
The community also gathering at a mass of remembrance.
This kind of pain never goes away.
Kimberly Rubio lost her daughter Lexi in the shooting.
I want to save lives. I want to save other moms from going through this pain. And I also want Lexi's name attributed to change. I want her to be remembered for more than just how she died.
Across the state, flags lowered to half staff as so many try to make sense of what happened here.
We know that it's going to be a much longer road to recovery.
President Biden addressing the nation on this somber day.
Too many schools, too many everyday places have become killing fields. It's time to act. How many more parents will live their worst nightmare before we stand up to the gun lobby?
9-year-old Jackie was also killed that day. Her sister, Jasmine Casares, is channeling her pain into activism and demanding change.
Nobody deserves to be going through this. And if we don't change something, you could be going through this.
Rena Roy, ABC News, Uvalde, Texas.
Since then, many states, including Washington, have passed new gun control laws. You can find all of our coverage on that legislative process on our website, yaktrinews.com. Tonight, firefighters from as far away as Australia and New Zealand are responding to wildfires in Western Canada. Reuters reports that the fires have destroyed more than 2 million acres of land in Alberta alone. That's an area approximately the size of the Olympic Peninsula. Thousands of people still are not allowed to go back to their homes after more than 2 weeks.
I think we're on day 15 or 16. I'm not sure. They're starting to blur together a little bit. We're into the second full pay period, right? It's tight for a lot of people, and you know, nothing's going down in price. Everything, so it's a strenuous, stressful time for a lot of people.
Now, the good news here is that the weather in Western Canada has turned cooler, and they're starting to see some rain move in. That should give crews a boost in getting ahead of the fires.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. And again, hope you had a wonderful day and hope you have a great weekend planned. It's going to be very nice. Now, we do have a warming trend. It is very slow, but it is still getting a little bit warmer every day towards our weekend. We do have some PM showers possible for Yakima, Ellensburg as we get to tomorrow evening, but a very pleasant weekend is ahead. And we're going to see even more unfettered sunshine by the weekend and into Memorial Day and our next work week. So our temperature trend just slowly moving on up. So the average for this time of year is 78 for the Tri-City. So all of our areas right around our average today. Tri-City's just above it. And we're going to slowly go up to Saturday. That looks to be our peak temperature-wise, but still we're going to be in the 80s to upper 70s for most of our cities for the entirety of your weekend into our next work week. So just a very kind of calm weather pattern that we're experiencing right now, and things are very settled as we're moving into the evening hours, overnight tonight into tomorrow. Now winds, again, taking a bit of a break. At best, we're going to see around 10-mile-per-hour winds, but mostly light for the next 2 days into Friday. Then for your Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 15-mile-per-hour winds. So a little bit of breeze for your weekend, and possibly on Saturday that'll be helpful with that warmest day of the week. So let's take a little macro look at our areas, and we have low pressure systems kind of battling each other, one up in Canada, one down in the southern part of Idaho. Look at all this shower activity, scattered shower activity surrounding our areas. This is right now. We just have a little bit to the north, and this is what's causing just little bits of showers coming into our area. So let's take a closer look at our regions for our future cast. As we move into overnight, look at tomorrow morning. It is going to be free and clear, just like it has been the past couple. As we get to tomorrow evening, we have some shower activity coming into the Cascades. Could see it rumble through Yakima and Toppenish yet again. So another chance of that. Then as we get to Friday, we have another chance of it. So it just seems to be coming every evening. So keep an eye out for that. We'll keep a close eye on that. So folks, right around our average, just above it actually for Yakima. And overnight, we're quite a bit above it in the lovely Tri-Cities area, about 2 degrees above and well above it in our overnights. And folks, we're just going to continue like 2 to 3 degrees warmer every day as we move into the weekend. So Memorial Day, we're getting close, folks, 5 days away. Father's Day, 25 days away, and Juneteenth, just the day right after Father's Day, 26 days away. Overnight tonight, we do expect to see overnight lows, again, warming up mid to lower 50s, some upper 40s in there. Mostly clear, maybe a little bit more cloud coverage early. As we get to the Thursday, we're partly cloudy skies, lower 80s, mid to upper 70s as we continue to slowly warm back up. Tri-Cities area, we're going to be looking lovely. Look at all of this unfettered sunshine starting in the weekend into our next work week. So just slowly tomorrow, a couple degrees warmer, 85 by Friday, 88 by Saturday. Looks like we could see the return of 90s next week. We'll keep an eye on that. In the Yakima region, right around the 80-degree mark, mostly for the week ahead, say for Saturday and next Wednesday. So for your weekend, folks, just get ready for beautiful sunshine and warm temperatures. Again, looking fantastic to do some traveling. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy your Thursday tomorrow.
Thanks, Jason. And up next on KAPP Local News, we're talking about new research showing a surprising way to make sure that your dog stays healthy as they age. That's coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Many people who deserve Social Security disability and workers' compensation benefits are denied.
If you were denied, you want an experienced attorney's personal attention.
I personally handle each workers' comp case.
And I personally handle each Social Security disability case.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630, Bothwell and Hamill.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Performs on the live stage. Plus, Jessica Chastain from George and Tammy and fitness expert Joey Thurman.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on KAPP.
I'm a 77-year young elder. For whatever years I have left, the target is to pay it forward. What led me to Yakima Federal was I was looking for a place to get a mortgage on our first home in 1973. And then just one thing led to the other. CDs and checking accounts. Yakima Federal specialized primarily in kindness and caring, and that's what they're all about. I've been a very satisfied customer since 1973.
Trending tonight, Target is under fire both for some of its Pride merchandise and for removing it from store shelves. This year, Target advertised swimsuits specifically designed for trans women and offered designs by a company that's known for occult and satanic-themed LGBTQ+ clothing and accessories. Now, it's not entirely clear which products are being taken off the shelves, but Target says customers have knocked down displays, confronted workers, and posted threatening messages on social media. So the company decided to remove items that it says are at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. We'll find a look at your First Alert forecast when we come back.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Fred's has Bosch dishwashers in stock and on sale. Bosch dishwashers are marked down at the Memorial Day sale.
Remodeling your kitchen? Fred's has full Bosch kitchen packages in stock.
Plus, get exclusive rebates from Fred's on Bosch kitchen packages.
Bosch makes the quietest dishwashers in America. Freestanding and counter-depth French door refrigerators and stunning industrial-style ranges. Get exclusive instant rebates on Bosch kitchen packages.
Fred's Memorial Day sale is on now. Don't miss it.
Hi, I'm Eddie Morphine from Morphine Law Firm. If you've been wronged and you need to make it right, give us a call. We're not afraid to fight. If you need an attorney with your best interests in mind, give us a call at Morphine Law Firm.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up.
US Cellular, built for us.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
At Mattress Depot USA, we believe everyone is entitled to a good night's sleep regardless of their credit situation. That's why we're approving everyone for up to $1,200 towards the purchase of a new mattress with no credit needed. You spend a third of your life in bed, and a comfortable mattress is essential for providing quality of life. $3,000 credit, 100 days same as cash with no credit needed. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Researchers say that having a healthy social life isn't just important for you, it's important for your dog as well. A blog post from UW Medicine says the brains behind the Dog Aging Project generally try not to make recommendations, but this time they had to speak up because they're seeing just so much evidence that having social connections with people and other animals can help keep your dog healthy as it gets older. Now, the one exception that researchers found was kids. They said that dogs who spend the most time around kids were most likely to be less healthy compared to others, but researchers said that might be because the adults in the family are focused more on the kids than the dogs. All right, it's maybe a good day to get out to the park and enjoy this beautiful weather. Jason Valentine has a look at this evening.
All right, let's get you ready for your Thursday. Tomorrow, a little bit of cloud coverage as we move along in the day in the Tri-Cities. Highs are going to be in the lower 80s, just a little warmer than today. Upper 70s for the Yakima region. Keep an eye out for maybe a little bit of shower activity in the evening hours. Very quick, though, if it comes. Upper 70s for Walla Walla. Plenty of sunshine. And Ellensburg in those mid 70s. Folks, tomorrow, if you like today, you're going to love tomorrow. Just again, light winds, and keep an eye out for those evening showers. Ellensburg and Yakima.
So much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. KAPP KVEW Local News is back tonight at 6.